Hello, welcome to the Noble Leaders Cup. I am Kjotleik. This is the first qualifying round between Antigonus II of Macedonia and Redbad of Friesland. Antigonus II is philosophical and creative. Redbad is philosophical and protective. And the Macedonians start with the wheel and mining, while Frisia start with fishing and agriculture. Starting positions, here we see Antigonus's starting position. He is not at the river, but there are 3 fishes right next to his starting position with a 4th fish up there, and there is some coal for later as well. Well, he should have enough food at least. Let's go over to the eastern part of the continent to see the starting position of Redbad. Here he is. There is oil here, there are cows, there is sugar, and there is some clams out here. It's this continent that is the starting continent, with a few up north, west and northeast in addition. Let's start the game and find out who is going to advance to the next round, shall we? Antigonus II versus Redbad in the first qualifying round of the Noble Leaders Cup. 1 city each, and Redbad is in Buddhism, and Redbad is annoyed with Antigonus already. 2 cities Antigonus before Redbad got his second. You can just pay attention on the map and you see Redbad first to 3 cities. Redbad in Buddhism, Antigonus in Hinduism, 3 cities each now. Coming up on turn 100, and 4 cities Antigonus, 3 Redbad. Antigonus is a little bit ahead in city development. 5 cities now Antigonus before Redbad. 6-3 to Antigonus in city count now. 6-3, he is faster to expand right now. 6-3. And it looks like we have 6-4, okay, so Redbad went to that continent that was connected up to the east. 7-5 now, which means Antigonus has a few more cities that are better developed. 8-6. Redbad is cautious now. 9-6. It looks like Antigonus is expanding well here, but there is a lot of land up northeast for Redbad to expand into as well, so he's going to get that one at least. 10 cities now for Antigonus, 8 for Redbad, and they have approximately the same score because they keep switching back and forth. 11-9 now for Antigonus. Redbad going optics. Antigonus got alphabet and he's going for literature and stuff, and now Redbad is on the guilds while Antigonus is getting the machinery. 12 cities now Antigonus, 11 Redbad. This could end up being a very close race. They are equal in strength as well. Antigonus now 0.9 the strength of Redbad. Redbad is going for astronomy while Antigonus is on guilds, and Redbad is going to get that astronomy. There it is, 12 cities each at the moment, and Redbad is suddenly now pleased and now down to cautious again with Antigonus. After Antigonus adopted mercantilism, I think. 13 cities Redbad now, 14 cities Redbad. He is expanding into the continent up in the west as well, northwest. 14-15 cities now for Redbad. 15 cities Redbad, and now Antigonus goes for astronomy as well. We are at turn 241. 16 cities Redbad, 16 cities to 12, and Antigonus is getting his astronomy. Printing press for Redbad now, going on to scientific method next, turn 250. We are in the 18th century then. 18 cities to 12, Redbad. 18 cities going communism next, nationalism for Antigonus. Antigonus, he started very well early game, but now he is behind. 21 cities for Redbad, 21 to 12. He has taken over those islands in the southeast as well as some cities on the northwestern continent, but Antigonus has gotten a city all the way in the west as well. And now he has gotten the second one. Antigonus has gunpowder, going for chemistry next. 22 cities Redbad, 14 cities Antigonus, 15 cities Antigonus now, 23 Redbad. Redbad gets gunpowder as well and chemistry. Antigonus on military science, the same with Redbad. Redbad 24 cities, Antigonus 17. Is this going to end up a spaceship race in the end? We are at turn 286 now. It's very early to tell, but Redbad is pleased with Antigonus. 26 cities to 18. It's a advantage Redbad at the moment at least. Antigonus 0.8 the strength of Redbad as well, so he's a little bit weaker. Next combustion for Redbad. Antigonus now on economics. 28 cities to 18. Assembly line next for Redbad then. Antigonus has dropped to 0.7 the strength of the Friesland leader. 28 to 19 is the city count. Turn 304. We have privateers of course on the scene. Now they are founding cities wherever they can find the free spots. 29 cities Redbad, 20 city Antigonus. Down to 0.6 the strength of Redbad. Maybe Redbad is thinking a little bit about his military, because it looks like he is building up. Antigonus is down to 0.5 the strength, and Redbad is going towards industrialism, while Antigonus is on replaceable parts and going for rifling. 30 cities Redbad, 20 cities Antigonus. Antigonus at least has rifling. Redbad is getting plastics. The Antigonus is down to 0.4 the strength of Redbad now. 30 cities to 20, and I am just expecting something to happen here soon. Looks like the calm before the storm for me, to be honest. Especially since Redbad is building up military, because Antigonus is down to 0.4 the strength of Redbad. And Antigonus is going culture. Perhaps that was what he was doing all along. That's why he neglected his military. Antigonus is going culture. How long has he been going culture? I haven't looked up at the slider for a very long time. I should have done that. I should have looked up there a long time ago. Perhaps when he started to drop down in power, I should have looked at the slider to see if he has... if he had started going for culture. I neglected to watch, but he's only getting around 1100 or 1000 culture per turn, so it's not that much, but we are getting into the stage of the game now. Redbad has completed the Apollo program, okay. Redbad is on spaceship, Antigonus is on culture. We do have a race here, Antigonus started culture some time ago. And Redbad, Antigonus has a golden age as well, which is going to help him. Now he's almost up to 1500 in culture per turn. 30 cities to 20. Redbad is on satellites. Antigonus is on culture. Can't say he is on railroads because he has more than 60 turns left until it is finished. Of course, Redbad now trying to get... Well, Antigonus has ended his golden age, I see that. Turn 374 is it now. Redbad is going computers next. We are at turn 376. Redbad has completed one spaceship thruster. 30 cities, 220. That's probably the way it's going to stay unless there is a war that breaks out, or unless there are some cities that are culturally flipping from Redbad to Antigonus. That could happen in border cities when you go for culture like this. Getting 1500 culture per turn. I haven't really paid attention to any legendary cities either, so I don't know if Antigonus has one yet. Redbad completes a thruster, maybe I should start paying attention to that. We are coming up to turn 387 now, 388, and we are soon at turn 400. Redbad completes some thrusters. He is going to get... He's on... Was it fission he was on? Redbad? He's got the golden age as well, which means that he's going to tech better. 1500 culture per turn for Antigonus. I haven't seen legendary, but composites for Redbad now. He has completed the cockpit. Redbad has completed the cockpit, and he has completed another thruster, and it looks like stealth is on the way for him as well. Antigonus then still going culture, 1600 culture per turn, and creative constructions has been incorporated, and that is Redbad. Redbad has creative constructions, and now Antigonus he's going to, well, 1600 culture per turn. He still has a chance here. Turn 400 this year, and now it is dangerous for because Redbad he is on future tech. But will he launch before Antigonus can win culture? That is the question here. Turn 404 at the moment. Future tech is some ways away. Redbad has completed a spaceship casing. But can he launch? He has completed the docking bay. He has completed the docking bay now, we know that. And Antigonus, what are you doing? 2000 culture per turn now for Antigonus. I haven't seen any legendary cities, but that Redbad completes 2 casings this turn. I haven't seen the launch, and I certainly haven't seen... I certainly haven't seen culture. Of course, we are at turn 415, but it doesn't say how many turns left, because we don't have a time limit on this game. Redbad completes the casing again, so this is going to either be a space race win. And Redbad has launched. Redbad completes the engine and Redbad has launched. Now I think it's only 10 turns, less than 10 turns away. Can Antigonus II win culture in less than 10 turns? Less than 5 turns now, I believe. Redbad has completed the United Nations as well. But with 3000 culture per turn for Antigonus, how close is he to culture? We don't know, but Redbad has won a space race victory in turn 429 in 2009 AD. Congratulations Redbad, going through to the second qualifying round, and now I am curious as to how close Antigonus was to a cultural victory. We're going to have to wait for the victory condition screen for that, but first we are going to see the replay. There were no wars in the game. Redbad finished Apollo program in 1937 and turned 357. He did win Space Race 2009, turned 429. Let's look at the stats. Here we are. We see Redbad in blue, and it's a little bit difficult to see Antigonus II because he is almost the same as the background, but his line goes... yeah, this is the line where he goes in score. GNP, I'm going to try to follow Antigonus's line approximately. Okay, there's a dip here, but I'm not going to focus on dips. I think I'm going to from here, I believe it goes around here-ish, and then he had a dip again and it goes out here. Production, let's see, he had one little golden age here, it looks like, and he goes over here and a little golden age here again and goes out there. You can see Redbad on the... that is not a problem, but you can't really see Antigonus because of the same color-ish. So he goes around here and it goes here and a little... is that a dip? Yeah, that's a dip, and it goes out here for food. When it comes to power, yeah, we see it goes here like so. When it comes to culture, okay, it goes here and he flattens. Does it flatten out? No, he goes up here. He follows all the way. So that is a very steep curve, okay. because he tried to go for culture, but he was actually behind Redbad when it comes to culture all game. Interesting. And in espionage, this is Antigonus line, he goes here. And did he go? Yeah, it's difficult to see from here on and out. I think he finishes around here, like so. So that's it for the graphs. Let's go to the demographics then and read them. Antigonus's numbers is here, and then of course Redbad's numbers are here. Redbad ended up with 188.7 million inhabitants, so that is a very high number. Yeah, that's a cup record for sure. I don't know, I don't really compare them with the league games. I only compare cup games with other cup games, so I don't mix these numbers between the cup and the league, because I want the league numbers to be separate so that they are not influenced by weird cup games that come along. But good numbers here, over 1,000 for every 3 categories at the top, and yeah, good stuff for Redbad there. When it comes to the wonders then, we have to go to the bottom here to see that there were 3 wonders in the BC era. Let's go back to the top and let's look at the city list. Redbad has the number 1 city in Leeuwarden. And Antigonus the second got city number 2, then Redbad has the 3rd and the 4th, and Antigonus has the 5th and Redbad the 6th. Let's go statistics then and see Antigonus the second's numbers. 20 cities built, 4 religions, 2 golden ages. Currently he has 50 towns, 24 windmills and 16 lumber mills. He built in his cities a total of 20 lighthouses, 19 cleroys and 17 harbors, down to 4 Christian temples there. Let's go page down and see it completes on page 2 already with a levy. So that's it. Let's go back to the top and see his current units then. Top and 53 riflemen, 24 workers and 17 grenadiers, and it ends with 2 frigates. He trained a total of 29 Hindu missionaries, 28 riflemen, 27 workers and longbowmen, 5 grenadiers as well there, page down, and he completes with a destroyer. The kills then, 2 privateers, 1 galleon, and the losses, I think we saw that, go to top, 3 privateers. Then Redbad's numbers. He built 30 cities, 3 religions, 4 golden ages. Currently is on 52 windmills, 39 towns and 30 lumber mills. He built in his cities 30 terps, harbors and granaries. Down to 10 public transportations. Let's go page down and see page down. That ends with the Angkor Wat. Let's go page down again and see another full list with Oxford University at the bottom. Page down again, and there it is, the completion of the list with Civilized Jewelers Incorporated. Let's go back to the top and then let's look at his current units. 92 mechanized infantries, 30 workers, 25 jet fighters, down to 1 standard ethanol executive. And he trained a total of 50 workers, 42 longbowmen, 40 Buddhist missionaries, 5 great scientists. Let's go page down and see a complete page 2 as well with 2 artillery at the bottom. Let's go page down again and see that the list completes with a grenadier at the bottom there. Let's confirm the kills then. 3 privateers and the losses to 2 privateers and 1 galleon. So congratulations with the space race victory for Redbad. Let's look at the victory conditions screen then. Here we see that Redbad, he did win a spaceship victory, but he was missing 1 engine, so that was, well, maybe that was a little risky. I don't really remember if engine means that there is a risk for failure, or whether that's thrustings or casings, or whether it goes slower. I actually don't remember the details about this, but I know that the spaceship can fail and it can go slower. I think maybe thrusters are the going slower, but is the casings the failures then? Or is it the engine? I don't know. Engine must go slower, right? I don't remember. But we also know here that Antigonus, he was not close to culture. His third city was very far away actually. He was not even close with his number 1 city. It was actually Redbad that had 2 cities that were almost better. Well, the second was a little bit worse than the best one of Antigonus. 56% of the land area for Redbad, and that could have been something. Redbad also built both the Upstalk Pass and the United Nations, but there is nothing more to see here, so let's go to the city list. Antigonus II with 20 cities. Let's sort by population and see that Aigai is on pop 22, while Alorus, Pelium and Elyma is on 21, and they are very happy, but they are unhealthy. They have good food in the 40s here, that's good, and there is a triple-digit base commerce city in Aigai, that's good, and we see production is kind of decent. You can look at this more later if you want to. If you want to stop the video, I am just going to continue to go on to Redbad to see his cities. Here we are at Redbad, and he... farewell. Yeah, that's the kind of things that suddenly can pop up when you do this, changing. And now we go to his cities then, sort by population, make sure we are at the top. We are. It is Vitmarsum with pop 28, Dumfries, Drachten and Volvega on 27, Terschelling 25, and we see the list goes on. A lot of high cities with a lot of population. There is a reason he had so many people in his empire. They are happy. A few cities unhealthy, but in general very healthy as well. And then the base food. Yeah, 70 in Drachten. And in the 50s, there's 59 and 50s and 40s for a lot of these. 61 in Ansira. Yeah, all of this food. And then base commerce, 1 of 9 in Leeuwarden, that's good, but and if you add it all together it becomes very much. Production is good as well. Building the Manhattan Project, 2 turns away from that. National Epic for 105, and we see, good production. Ulundi is the last city on page 1, size 20. Let's go to page 2. Let's say 20 Ulundi, where is it? There it is. So from Docum and the cities below that, this is page 2. It's building a missile cruiser there, by the way. And even the worst city is size 16, that's Baktra. Congratulations, Redbad, with a space race victory 2009 turn 429 and advancing to the second qualifying round. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Nobel Leaders Cup. Welcome back next time. Bye for now.